Hey guys, so I'm sitting here watching the news. I just woke up, and Zohran Mamdani in New York wants to raise taxes on the rich. Look, there's a lot of people that are saying, when are the rich going to pay their fair share, right? I don't think taxes is the answer. I don't. I think the rich that are providing our products need to pay more. Um, I don't think the ones that I don't think manufacturers and entrepreneurs need to give up, need to invest so much in their business that their business becomes, goes into the red and they don't make profit. I don't believe that at all. But what I do believe is that the prices they keep going up and up and up and up, and we just you know call it inflation all day and night. Oh, inflation, inflation, inflation. uh, what, how much money do the people that hold these companies have? Can they afford to lose some money? And I don't want to use video games as an example because video games are not a priority, but computer hardware is if you have a job, especially if it's a job where you need a beefy PC to process things. But I'm using video games as an example because that's the business, that's the kind of business I follow. Um, People are, if a PlayStation 5 Pro is $700+ now, what is a new console gonna cost when those come out? Because this is old freaking hardware. This is old stuff we're charging 700 whatever dollars for, right? So, I, and I'm just using video games once again as an example because I don't really pay attention to other business. But if we're gonna like, if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna allow these prices to skyrocket, I see. The problem is the only other solution is to start writing checks, because if everything is flying off the chart when it comes to inflation, and like the only solution is to hold these businesses accountable, hold the apartments accountable, hold the people that are charging everyone for a product accountable. Like, they got to lose some money. Like, they got all the money and they're setting the prices. That's the problem. Is I think people look at the guy living in California who, whatever, I don't know, like, maybe he sold a product and ripped people off, but I think people just see someone like at a home that's not an they weren't an entrepreneur, and they see they have lots of money and they're like, fuck that guy, tax that guy. And I'm like, no, we need to go after the people that are making everything so expensive that nobody can afford to live. No matter what the product is, rent, food, you name it. That's who we need to go get the money from, or demand they lower their fucking prices. Like, I'm not expecting everything to be so cheap that no one can make a dime on their product, but like, has it the only time I've ever heard this happening was, I think it was this. It's been so long, the details of the story are getting fuzzy to me. But the CEO of Nintendo, fucking, when Nintendo was not doing good, I think it was during the Wii U era when everyone just ignored Nintendo for years. Um, he cut his pay in half to help float Nintendo. Has a CEO ever done this? I don't hear about this happening at all, ever, except for him, the Japanese Nintendo guy, um, which would make sense that a Japanese guy would do it before an American guy. So we gotta we gotta slash these prices and make the people that are setting the prices pay a certain amount. Like, I'll go back to video games again, and I'm sorry if you saw my other video where I was ranting about this, but it used to be, it used to be that they would take a cut on the price of the console. Like, they sell it for 400 and it costs them 460 to make. They would make it back with the games. And this is before video games had built-in market fronts in every game where you could spend a shit ton of money on a skin, 20, 30 bucks on a skin with some guns with it, right? This was just when they were I mean, video game marketplaces have been around for a while, but they're making more money than ever. And they're charging more money up front for the game, and then the console manufacturers say, well, you're gonna have to pay $1,000 for the PlayStation 6, even with all these costs built into video games. Like, it's so fucking easy to spend $50 on Call of Duty. Go, oh, I want this gun. Oh, I want the season pass. Oh, it just adds up, and they charge a lot for everything. So we got to hold the people setting the prices accountable. That's it. That's the solution. I don't know why no one's saying this. They want to look at the guy that's charging too much for a product, turn away from him, and point to some random guy has nothing to do with it, and be like, tax him, tax that guy. Like, no. Demand that the company holder give up some cash and lower the price of their product. Invest in your fucking company. No, all my assets are, I really don't have a lot of money. It's all invested. Then why are your prices so fucking high? You're gonna make your company a $5 trillion company and overcharge for everything, and then just say, oh, all my money's in my company. It's bullshit. It's all a scam. So anyway, that's all.